So first of all, my name is David Burslem. I'm a professor of forest ecology at the University of Aberdeen, and I'm standing in on behalf of my colleague, Dr. Louise Page. She would ordinarily be participating in this presentation, but as she is the degree organizer for our MSc. So Louise unfortunately broke her arm a couple of days ago and is unable to attend, but I'm very happy to stand in. It's a very pleasant task I have. Firstly, to introduce James or Jimmy, as we and to pass on to representatives from Tilhill Forestry, who have very kindly supported this prize. So the prize is for outstanding performance on the MSc, and James was or Jimmy was an easy choice for the winner of this. He was certainly the most outstanding student on the course. He achieved first-class marks on large numbers of the component modules in first semester in forest ecology, catchment management, and then subsequently in a management planning exercise, woodland conservation and management, and a soil science module. And importantly, from my perspective, he also got extremely good scores on the project component, which I supervised, which I was involved in supervising Jimmy's project. It was a very pleasant task for me. Jimmy was a very easy student to supervise. He came to the project with a very clear knowledge of what he wanted to get from it. And he had exactly the right balance between being independent, so knowing what he wanted to do, and also checking in on a regular enough occasion that I didn't sort of lose touch with how the project was going. Of course, last year was extremely challenging as for the MSc cohort, by far the most challenging that I've ever encountered because of the COVID pandemic. So from March onwards, all the teaching was online, everything converted at very short notice to online delivery. And sadly, although we had hoped that the projects might involve fieldwork, that quickly became apparent that wasn't going to be possible. So all the projects effectively were desk-based data analysis exercises and or management planning type exercises. So although we had originally hoped that Jimmy might do a spell of field work, in his case, the project was based around a site in Malaysia. But fortunately, we had a data set available. And I mean, just as one measure of the task that Jimmy had, it was a site there where we have and which he analysed more than 300,000 stems of about 600 species of trees at a site in Malaysia, and he was interested in the extent to which local environmental conditions were driving variation in species composition, and he did a really excellent job. The project is very suitable for publication, and Jimmy and I are in exchanging around how we might move it forward to publication. I'm sure that will happen. So hopefully you get a sense from these comments that Jimmy is a very worthy winner of the outstanding performance on our MSc cohort from the 2019-2020 MSc cohort, and generously supported by Tilhill. So I'm now going to pass over to Julian Hollingdale, who is West Highland District Manager for Tilhill, to say some remarks and to make the formal presentation to Jimmy.
Thank you, David. I'm honoured to be here today to accept the invitation to present the award. I'm sorry that it's not possible that I can be there in person. I can only virtually present this award today. I'm under no illusions that both students and lecturers are facing unprecedented challenges with the fast adaptation of online learning, potential isolation, and technological limitations. All of these and many others have had to be overcome. We are, at our heart, an outdoor industry, and delivering these courses would have been difficult but this practical knowledge in forestry is vitally important. However, we must remember this is an exciting time to be in forestry. Not only do we find ourselves with a very supportive tree planting agenda from Scottish Government, which has helped us create forests for the future throughout Scotland, we also have a strong timber harvesting demand across many of the mill sectors. And more recently, at the launch of the Forest Market Report, it was clear the sector has had an astonishing year, with record results in forestry, and the market continues to have a very positive outlook. Despite the pandemic, surprisingly, it is the more traditional challenges of the recent ice and snow that is limiting our forestry site operations. At Tilhill, we run an awards programme with a number of universities across the UK, and it is pleasing that we have such a long association with Aberdeen University. In Tilhill, we have a number of former forestry students from Aberdeen throughout the company. I would like to take this opportunity to encourage the students to consider applying for our graduate programme, which is open until the end of this month. So it just leaves me to say that I'm honoured to virtually present the Tilhill Award for Outstanding Performance in his MSc in Environmental and Forestry Management 2020. Well done, and congratulations to Jimmy Cryer. Over to you, Jimmy.
Thank you, Julian. I'm absolutely chuffed to be awarded the prize. So also thank you to David and Louise for everything they've taught me. Despite a funny year, I feel like I've got a lot out of the course, and it's set me up for my career in forestry. And thank you very much to everyone at Tilhill for organising the prize. And I look forward to a productive career. So thank you very much. Over to you, David.
Okay, well, it just remains for me then to thank the participants again, and in particular Tilhill for their support for the prize and for our forestry degree, and the over such a long period of time, and also of course for the the association we have and the opportunities that it provides for our graduates. And it's of course no surprise to me that Jimmy is making his career in the forest industry, and will be making the most of both his formal training at the university and his practical experience too. So good luck to you, Jimmy. Stay in touch, hopefully, and we need to get that paper published for one thing, and hopefully we'll stay very much in touch as your career develops. And thank you again to Julian. So, okay, Louise is now on the video. That's great. I'm not hearing any live questions, but as I say, we're all available, and our contact details are easily Googled, I'm sure. So please do send us any queries you might have. Otherwise, I think at this stage, then I will close the proceedings and thank everyone for their participation, and congratulate Jimmy again, finally.
Congratulations, Jimmy. Very well done. And thank you, David, for standing in for me. And thanks, of course, to Tilhill for supporting this award.